Tomorrow is Good Friday, and of course, Easter is Easter Sunday. And we know with what's going on with COVID-19 that people are not able to gather the way they have before. And that means religious services have changed a little bit. I'm joined now by Father Rick Krofchek with Resurrection Parish in Regina. Thanks for being here.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
When did you guys decide to go online with your services?
Well, we decided to go as soon as we knew that we were no longer able to meet in groups of people. The city had gone down to 5 people, and that made it pretty much impossible for us to hold our regular services. Even when the government said 50 people, we would just have too many people coming. So we were not able to have the services as we had had them in the past.
So masses have changed a little bit. Tell me about what they look like now.
Well, the church is empty. We have only the people that are needed to be a part of the service: a pianist, a cantor, a presider, someone to do a reading, and the technical person. So the church is pretty empty, and that takes a little getting used to, particularly when we're doing our homilies, where we speak to people and there aren't any people actually out there to speak to. It's probably no different than doing something in the studio as you do.
Very much so. Father Rick, I'm wondering, how have people been tuning in? What are your numbers like? Is it being well received?
It's been very, very well received. Now, this is we're doing this on behalf of the diocese, and so we're using other priests from other parishes to come in and preside as well. We have, on our weekday masses, we have about 200 people who are tuning in to the mass at the time that it's celebrated. But then over the course of the day, we have probably another 800 people that will tune into the live stream when it's convenient for them. On the weekends, when Bishop Don has been celebrating the Mass, we have almost 2,000 people at the actual presentation of the Mass. And then over the course of the day, it will get anywhere up to about 6,000 to 8,000 people, or 8,000 hits, I guess. So there's a lot of people within the diocese and beyond that are taking advantage of the opportunity to avail themselves of Mass in this way.
Father Rick, through crisis, a lot of people turn to religion for guidance. Have you been hearing from your parishioners at all?
Well, yes, actually, in that way. We're hearing a lot of people who are grateful for the opportunity to celebrate the Mass, live streamed as we do it. There also are, a number of people who are calling because of, concerns that they have. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of fear. We're not hearing a lot yet at this point. But there are some people who are coming forward and kind of asking, why this is happening and how the Lord can, how they can kind of become more united in the Lord so as to allay their fears.
In that same vein, what are you hearing about people gathering with their families this weekend, as we know that that's not recommended by our Chief Medical Health Officer?
Well, and that certainly isn't recommended by the Archbishop as well. In fact, I attended via Zoom or one of the other things, a Council of Priests meeting just yesterday, where the Archbishop made it very clear that people should stay at home. And in fact, that's what the live streaming of the Mass is really all about, right from its inception, so that people could stay at home and still participate as they, in the way that they're able to participate in the Mass. So, we really want to abide, and the Archbishop has really reinforced that, to abide by the laws of the province, and that people should stay home.
Father Rick, I know through big religious holidays, you guys have multiple masses to accommodate your crowds. How does it look this coming weekend? Is that the same case?
No, there won't be anybody. All our churches, all our churches, including ours, will be closed. There will be Mass that will be live streamed from the cathedral by the bishop for all of the services this weekend, but there will be no public masses whatsoever.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Father Rick Krofchek is the priest at Resurrection Parish in Regina.